first week was great, really uplifting. We had great calibre kids and parents with us. Always we look for a smiling face. We want the kids to come to training and enjoy themselves. We want them to play, and we encourage that. So really on a huge high after that first week. I was very happy with the session, how the players carried it out. Week 2, this will be our second session that we're going to share again what we've got involved in the players and what our session was. One of the handouts you seen last week, we had the wee welcome pack for the players and the parents. This week we were handing out the player passport. Now, not too sure why you got a good look at that. Anybody's interested in knowing more about that, you know, drop us a line. Basically, again, we want players getting into good routine of setting targets. This is taken from a book, One-on-One Coaching, and it's simply a player development plan. We want players to take ownership of their own game, and here's a little PDP plan at the back here. Each player will be expected to fill one of these out each month, and just to give you a rundown of what's on it, we just ask for their name. They put down obviously the date, their long-term goal, and that can be anything, to play from the international side or a professional side. I mean, it can be, that's their dream. We ask them to write down their strengths and their weaknesses, what they need to improve on. We will then work as a team with them, as coach and player, to give them homework at how they can develop. But also what's important is that they have short-term goals on this, and these need to be achievable. Alright, so it could be anything from a child doing some keepy-ups that they might only be able to do, say, 15 or 20 keepy-ups. So although they might want to be able to do 100, they can't go from 20 to 100 like that. So it's need to be achievable, something that they can grasp, something that they can nearly touch. So they might then just set them a target that by next week we want to do 25 keepy-ups. Alright, depending on what position they play, they might even set targets that maybe as a wide man they might want to have 2 or create 3 assists for the next game. At the same time, as coaches, we need to keep this, keep them grounded, because at the end of the day, we could have a talented left winger that wants to set up 6 or 7 chances, and which he does, but maybe aren't converted. He can't look upon that as a negative for his game, that, well, actually, I wanted to set up and have 6 assists last month and only had 3. But you need to look at the whole picture. How many quality balls is he putting in that box? Because maybe the front man just isn't taking the chances, but there's nothing the matter with the delivery that he's putting in. So this is great. We get them to sign it, and there's an evaluation box at the bottom as well. We will get each player to do one of these every month, and that just builds up a nice wee series to keep them on a folder. As well as that, for their performance, and also even just for their mind as well. It's like visual psychology, that you surround yourself with positive things. I mean, even you might be able to see in the background here in my office, I've got my certificates up on the wall. I've even got the publisher there sent us over the front cover of my book blown up. Alright, this isn't just to stroke my ego or anything like that. It just is to create a positive environment that you're in. So, like my players, if they have maybe a bad day, they can go back a few weeks, a few months, and just look at their PDP to see where they've actually come from and to where they are today. Now, in this player passport, along with the PDP, we talk about Malcolm Gladwell's theory, the 10,000 hour theory, about practice time away, and we've got a report that's in my book. It's also on my blog as well. That'll give you more details. But what this sets up is, we want to create basically a player weekly practice guide, alright? And again, this is so players and parents can see in black and white what they're actually doing every day of the week. And at the end of each week, they can look at the full duration and a wee review of everything that they do. And we ask them to put in this, whether it be the club training with themselves, whether it be one-on-one sessions, just even practicing, even out in the garden with their mates, right even down to what they're doing in school, and any other things that they might be organised with, like maybe if they're involved in counties or separate academies and stuff. It just means that we can see exactly what they're doing away from the club. I mean, what we focus on, the technical training, the stuff that they'll be doing till the cows come in. It won't affect. I mean, you hear coaches use this word of burnout, which is utter rubbish, because really, simply for a fact, kids at many clubs are only doing 2 hours a week, which is nowhere near enough to develop. So it's important that we show how much practice they need to do away from the club. The main damage that happens to players actually playing too many games and competitive matches, So this is just something that we ask all of our players to complete each week, and just create a series so they can review what they're doing, and that we can see then what players are developing at a higher speed, because it's in black and white. They can't just go and say, yeah, I practiced for a few hours last week, but it's down here in black and white what they're doing each day of the week. And this is something that we review and build up a little folder with them as the season progresses. So anybody that wants any more information on that, just drop us a line. Each player got one of these. Every player in all their age groups will receive this, and they'll be expected to build that up. At the same time, also the university at Jordanstown, they've got the cardiac risk in young players. They were actually in free screening as well, so it was another letter that we put out to the parents. And I think as coaches and as clubs, we've got that responsibility that we need to do that wee bit more. And I think anything like that that's on offer, that's going to benefit youngsters, we need to do that as coaches. That's our responsibility to do. So follow up will be our next session with the kids. Enjoy it. Again, really nice session. A couple of new faces down it as well. And we'll continue the series, so hopefully you're enjoying that and the training ideas that we're sharing. Don't be shy. Drop us a comment underneath here on our YouTube channel, or you can pick us up on Twitter or on Facebook. At the end of this video, all the little links will come up to that so you can follow us and communicate, and hey, enjoy it.
Touch play, touch play, touch play, touch play, yeah? Alright, come on Dylan, on Ben. Okay, just stop there boys, here we're going to change it. I've got Tim's ball, I'm with Cameron. Now we're going to go right foot, left foot, yeah? Let's go. So it's right, left, touch, play, touch, play, touch, play, touch, play. You get the idea? Same again, with other feet, there we go. Last one is the wee chip. If Rico plays his ball on the ground, I've got to get mine to chip over it, yeah? So as Rico plays, flick. I play on the ground, he flicks. Yeah? Okay, so Rico flick this time. Touch, flick, touch, play, touch, flick, and so on. So the person that's playing the ball on the ground puts the pressure on your teammate just to chip the ball up and over, yeah? So you play on the ground, then you chip. Play on the ground, then you chip, okay? Let's go. How this works is the two orange people in the middle are going to the two orange on the outside. So they've got to go orange, orange, and then switch. So the two blues will start off with their teammates, yeah? You understand? So it's orange, orange, blue, blue. Blues, you'll be going blue, blue, orange, orange. So traffic planes in there, wasn't. So if Dean is going up the top here, the card, as I go down to the bottom of the Cameron, I say, yes, Cameron. Yep, play it back, quick turn. Dean goes down, yep, card, touch. We come back into the middle, and then we decide, if I go this side, you go over. I say, yes, tip. We pass, we turn, and then take these feet in between, the top, pass. And that's one circuit done. We do 2 reps, so we do it again, yeah? The main thing I want us to remember is that we come up at an angle. I hate straight passes. I don't want to see people coming here or come off at an angle, yeah? Good first touch, hang it back in the feet. When you come back, there's 4 of you, don't be lazy. I want you all coming back in between like that, quick feet, yeah? You understand? Okay.
Yes, Tim.
Give it a name.
Card.
Remember, always come back into the middle.
Yes, Tim. That way.
Swap, yeah? So I'll get the ball from Cameron, I come up, I get this to card, yes card, get it back to me, touch, and we come back here, yeah? And then I come in, and I get that ball back to Cameron, as Dean gives it back to card. So what you've got to remember, you've got to swap the good balls, but you've got to give that ball back to the same person. If you take the ball, if it's busy here, you might know that, so when Cameron gives me the ball, yeah? I know to take that touch there, because that's where the space is. Okay? Or, you might know there's nothing behind it, you don't need to take the touch, because we can maybe just improvise. Like that. And let it run through your legs and lay off. Let's go, play, get the ball, turn. Quick, give it back to him. Pull, take the ball. That's it, good to Tim. Now ask for it back. Quick, Paul. Catch up, Paul. Turn. Get the ball back. Now we change colour. Let's go. Good. Take it up there, the car. Take up the car, Paul. Get it back to him. Quick, Paul. You need to catch up because he's got 2 balls. Get that back off him. Down. Give it back to Cameron. Okay. Good. 2 up orange. Come on, Blues. We win the ball. Good pass, Ben. Well done. 2 touch Cameron. Faster. Play quicker. Right, come on, Blues. You need to win that ball. Force an hour. There, blue balls. We're 3 up orange. Come on, Blue, quicker, Tim. Yeah, there are. There's 3 ball. Ball defended by the orange. People on the outside, you haven't moved away from that cone. You can move left to right. Communicate with your team. Good. Speak. Nice turn, Ben. Good boy. Shoulder, yeah? So when that ball's played in from Cameron, Ben maybe knows there's nobody behind him. As he does that, he can come across. But I think the people on the outside have got to come more alive. Cars should be the man of the arm, like, give me the ball. Play. So we know we can go boom, like that. So can the people on the outside have a bigger influence on the game that's happening in the middle? Good boy. Good. Speed. Nice turn, Tim. Good boy. Lay off. Good. Demand it. Demand the ball. Demand it. Good. Ready to demand that ball. Yeah, lovely. Good boy. Well. Oh, that's good. Well, great touch. Really good football. Really good. Nice and early. Yeah, really good. Hey, great football. Well played, Orange. Come on, Blues. Remember, Tim, left in, have it. Drop off again. Great turn, ball. Yes, good. Let them have it. Tim, drop off. Drop off.
Yes.
Drop off. Let them have it. Remember this.
We also give this handout. It's a welcome pack to the parent and the player. The most important people to us, of course, is the player, but closely followed to that is the parent, because at the end of the day, it's the parents, it's the mums and dads that get their kids down to the training. On match day, we look for their support and help with lifts and so forth. So it's really important you have that open communication with them, and in that helps everybody, because on this, not only does it give them all our contact details, but it also gives them our development approach. It gives them advice on what we're doing in training and what they should be wearing, right down to the player conduct and behaviour that we expect at training and on match day. And that obviously stems right down to the parent as well, because we want to get away from the poor touchline behaviour that we see so often. So one of the best ways is providing that in black and white and having an open communication line with player and with parent. This even goes right the way down to really basically letting the players know what's sleeping and what rest that they require as well. We'll create a little series that will follow on from basically the first week of this new project. By all means, I'm telling you how great this is going to be, but I'm under no illusion that this will be 3 to 5 years to really properly get this program up and running. But I'm going to share a different experience with you, because what I've learned over the years, it's important that we share ideas, and as coaches, I don't feel we do that enough. And this little YouTube series some people might pick up a different couple of ideas that they'll be able to utilise and use in their training. And be sure to fill out a comment underneath. Even contact us. My contact details, always share. They're right now down at the bottom here. My mobile number, email. I'm not saying I've got all the answers, but I'm confident in the program that we're going to offer and operate for our kids. And it's nice for you to join us on the journey and comment with us and let us know where you're following, what ideas and what things that you like, and any advice that you need. We can try and share that.